All right, everybody, this is it. The defining moment for Overwatch. We have the Avatar Airbender collab going on with the Winter Wonderland. The skins look fantastic, but what we are here for is 6v6. So let's hit patch notes. There we go. 6v6 experiment 222 roll queue. We are finally back. Now we're hoping for a lot of good with this. We're hoping that they really knock it out of the park. Again, like, you guys know my thoughts on everything. Let's just get into it. Some general. So first of all, the base health regeneration timer has been increased from 5 to 7 seconds. So I believe this is the global, the global region passive, which is interesting. This is definitely interesting. Open minded to this. So the tank roll passive. So again, we're gonna go through everything slowly. Knockback and crit damage reduction has been removed. Thank God. So Lucio can actually boop tanks again, and so can Brig. And the crit damage reduction has been removed. That's really nice. However, they do still have the ultimate charge generation being reduced. I don't know if I'm particularly a fan of that, because again, it just puts more power in the tank role to be defining team fights with their ults coming up faster compared to everybody else. Again, I'm like open-minded to it. I think passives as a whole should go, except for the global region passive, but I digress. So starting us off, we have D.Va. D.Va's health has dropped. Base health has increased to 350 and armor has reduced to 300. Fusion cannon's weapon spread has been increased to 4 degrees with the movement speed penalty increased from 30% to 40%. And then the defense matrix duration has been reduced down to 2 seconds. Cooldown for boosters went back up to 4. Micro missiles' cooldown is at 8. Wait, they didn't nerf for micro missile damage. That's crazy. So they nerfed the fusion cannons. Okay, interesting. The micro missiles still, like, again, unless they, like, I assume they would be mentioning the changed values here, right? Because micro missiles are still going to be very strong then, which is kind of crazy. But at least they're on an 8-second cooldown. So Doomfist, unfortunately, it looks like Doom is going to be staying in the tank role for those of us that wanted tank Doom. So his base health has been increased from 375 to 425. The seismic slam cooldown has been increased. Power block max duration has been reduced from 2.5 to 2. Cooldown increased from 7 to 8 seconds. And then the best defense passive over health gained per target reduced from 40 to 35 HP. And max temporary health has been reduced from 200 to 150. Okay. These are interesting. That's the best that I can say for now. Like, I'm very cautious so far. We've only gone through 2 of the tanks, and so far it's pretty tame. I don't like that Doom basically after one commitment he's basically a walking, he might die. That's probably why they gave him the base health increase, because this 7.5 seismic slam is certainly a ground to stand on. It's practically 8 seconds. And then power blocks on 8 seconds. Oh, Doom. I don't know. I know we're gonna have 2 tanks, but Doom, this is something. Okay, we'll have to see. Hazard. Spike guard duration has been reduced from 3.5 to 3. Recharge time has been increased from 5 to 6. Okay, I think like this is interesting, like a little bit of a power shift here and there. Jagged wall cooldown increased from 12 to 15. Health increased to 500. Is that really necessary? I think he would have been fine on his own. Junker Queen base health up to 425. Commanding shout. Huge cooldown increase. My goodness. Adrenaline self healing from wounds scaled reduced from 2.5 to 1.0. Wait, are they okay? Interesting. Okay. Okay. I want to see everything. Like, there's so much I could be saying right now. But Mauga base armor reduced to 100. Health increased to 450 from 425. Overrun cooldown increased to 7 seconds. Stomp damage has been reduced from 75 to 60. Cardiac overdrive allied lifesteal has been reduced down to 30%. Cooldown increased from 15 to 17 seconds. Jeez. It kind of feels like they're making tank clunky, no? Am I the only one that's seeing a pattern here? Isn't this making tanks really clunky? I mean, this is what happens when you create overpowered abilities. You have to give them super high cooldowns, but is this fun? Cage fight max duration reduced to 7 seconds instead of 8. Again, is this really a change that's necessary? It feels so question mark, right? Usually when you drop cage, it's pretty much a guaranteed team fight win. Ooh, Orisa, this is where things get interesting. So base armor reduced, that's nice. Base health increased, that's interesting. Augmented fusion driver now has damage fall off. Oh my god, that's nice. Energy Javelin max duration reduced from 8 to 7 seconds. Fortify no longer immune to crit damage. Whoa, 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 whoa. They literally just created the most balanced version of Orisa, but it's in 6v6. Like, this is the 6v6 stuff, right? Unless I'm going crazy and this is coming to 5v5. No, there's no way. There's no way they'd put a balanced Orisa in 5v5. Ramatra, base health increased from 250 to 375. Void Barrier. Cooldown increased from 13 to 16. Nemesis Form bonus armor reduced from 300 to 200. Nemesis Form bonus armor reduced from 300 to 200. Why are the tanks getting such massive HP pool increase? Well, actually, I have to see them in game to kind of get a feel for things. Hold on. Reinhardt base health increased from 2. Oh no, wait, I'm just realizing something. That's why their HP pools are getting increased. It's accounting for the season 9 changes. Wait, are we actually keeping the HP changes? Base health increased from 250 to 325. Base armor reduced. Now has the steadfast passive. Also, Ryan gets to keep his steadfast passive. Barrier field up to 2000. Welcome back. Charge has been cooldown increased from 7 to 10, and the steering has been reduced by 50%. Like, why do they have to nerf the steering? Like, as if that's gonna be a big deal. Like, this is such an unnecessary. Like, why are we making heroes clunky for no reason? Like, the steering has been reduced. Great. Like, because that's exactly what Reinhardt players do. They think about how to use their charge and their steering. Like, this is a tone deaf. This is extremely tone deaf change. Fire strike down to 1, that makes sense. Earth shatter distance have been reduced, that makes sense, that's fine. So, they literally reverted Ryan, I think, relatively to where he was before. Roadhog's base health is at 650. Oh, so they are keeping the HP pool changes because Roadhog was always at 600, if I'm not mistaken, in 6v6. The scrap gun. So Roadhog goes back to normal, basically, right? Hog goes up to 8. He gets his secondary fire black, blah, blah, blah. They're like, yeah, whatever. Take a breather's back. Whole hog is down to 6 seconds. Sigma, base health has been reduced. Experimental barrier recharge rate increased from 85. That's nice. Accretion damage reduced from 120 to 100. Okay, interesting. Winston base HP increased to 350. Base armor reduced. Tesla cannon no longer ignores. Yeah, so wait, in total he has 550. Right? He doesn't have 500. Winston's always had 500. Oh my god, man. The one mistake that we were trying to avoid. Okay, so surely okay. I'm open-minded to keeping the HP pools up if it means that support healing has taken a hit. I will give them one benefit. I will give them one big if they commit to nerfing supports, I'm okay with the higher HP pools because you have to choose one or two, right? It's either you allow healing to control the game and sustainability, or you allow HP pools. You can't have both. That's too much. So Winston's at 550. I don't think he was ever 550 in Overwatch 1. He was always 500. Tesla cannon no longer ignores armor, secondary fire, blah, blah, blah. So he gets to keep that. That's nice. Good for him. Jump back, cooldown increased. Barrier projection up to 13 seconds, although that's slightly unnecessary. Primal rage, max HP down to 500. That's fine. Wrecking Ball base shield health removed, increased from 3 to 500. Base armor reduced 175, 150. No longer goes to all allies, radius reduced. So Ball basically got reverted too, I think. Zarya, I think Zarya basically got reverted as well. Okay, so far the tank changes are interesting. Again, gonna have to play and feel these ones out. I am not a fan of the fact that the season 9 HP pools have stuck around, and I'm really anxious going. I'm really, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm really anxious going into DPS now. I will not lie, I am a bit anxious for some of my personal heroes that I would like to see be given some justice. If some of those heroes are ignored, I'm going to be very upset. But let's move on. So damage roll passive, the healing reduction has been decreased from 25% to 15%. Man, what the hell? They actually kept some of these passives, man. Like, no longer has reduced effectiveness for tank heroes. So tanks actually do take the full 15% hit. Oh, so they didn't nerf supports. They didn't nerf supports. Great. Like, oh my god, they just didn't nerf supports. Okay, so Ash, Bob's health is down. Wait, Bob's health has gone up to 1200. Okay. Cassidy, fan the hammer, fire, secondary fire damage increased to 50. That's nice. Oh, there's just no Genji. Oh, there's just no Genji. They left Genji. They left Genji with 27 damage shurikens. I can't with this balance team. I swear to God, I cannot with this balance team. I can't. No, you know what? Like, I've been so fair to every hero. I've been so fair. I have this one chance to be upset about my hero. They left Genji with 110 Dragon Blade and they gave him 27. Both. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. This is a fucking joke. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe that Cassidy, like, that's fine, good for him. Everybody's getting a breakpoint increase, but they can't do anything for Genji. I'm done. I'm making a video. I'm calling them out. I'm done. They have an insane bias against Genji. I'm so fucking done. I cannot believe this. Anyways, Echo damage multiplier for low HP targets increased from 3.5 to 4, 200 damage, so she got basically reverted. Hanzo Storm bow time to fully charge his shot. Okay, so Hanzo got reverted. May health increase on Ice Wall. Okay, whatever. Soldier's damage actually went up. They compensated Soldier, but not Genji. Torbjorn damage increased on that. Tracer. Wait, they didn't compensate Tracer either. They didn't compensate. Why didn't you compensate Tracer either? Why is she not at 6 DPS? Why is she 5.5? Why is she 5.5? The whole point was that there was no 2 tanks. Widowmaker up to 225 HP. Oh my god. Leave her at 200, man. Oh my god. This balance team. Diotic rifle, maximum ammo reduced. Okay, so Ana basically got reverted. Yes, Ana basically got reverted and sleep darts down to 12 seconds. So Ana's fine. Like, this is a good change. Baptiste regenerative burst no longer heals twice as much for allies under. Okay, so Bap basically got a little bit reverted, but then he got compensated, buffed. Healing order increase. Oh, for the love of God. Oh, for the love of God, they giga buffed Bab. Oh, for the love of God, they don't learn anything. Oh my God, man, what is this? What is this? Just one patch you can try to let healing be weak. One patch. Why is it so hard? Iliari, max damage increased to 75, min damage 25, that's fine. Pylon down to 12, whatever, that's fine. Not like it's fine. Iliari is not. I like Iliari is okay. Juno cooldown increased to 12. Hyper ring max duration reduced. Oh, that's, I don't know if that was needed. That's a hefty nerf. That's interesting. Orbital ray max duration reduced from 10 to 8. Kiriko healing of food and recovery time reduced from 0.9 to 0.8. Healing per projectile has been increased. I cannot believe this. They're compensating supports. Supports are being compensated. There is a healing increase. There is a healing increase over here. No healing increase on her, but she's basically 2 supports and 1, so whatever. Okay, Juno doesn't get it, but Juno's really strong with her AoE healing, so she doesn't need it. Kiriko gets a healing increase. Weaver gets a healing increase. Maximum heal increase from 80 to 90. Cooldown increase from 12 to 15. Tree of Life max duration reduced 50 to 12. Cooldown increase from 12 to 15. Whatever, that's fine. I don't necessarily care too much about Weaver. I think he's going to be just as garbage in 6v6. Zenyatta, ammo reduced to 20. That's fine. Harmony Orb, time to wear off. Reduced from 5 to 3. That's interesting. Orb of Discord no longer has a cooldown. Oh, Lord. This is going to be interesting. Time to fall off target when on my side increased to 2-3 seconds. Snap kick. Wait, so they actually let him keep the boop. Wait, why did they let him keep the boop? The idea behind that, like, him having this was because he was more vulnerable. The idea of him having snap kick was because he was so vulnerable. And this is 6v6 Zenyatta. Like, what are we doing here? So now he has Orb of Discord with no cooldown, and he has the what? Man, I don't even want, like, this is the 6v6 patch, right? Like, this is 6v6, right? Oh God. Oh my God. Man, so I have no words. I have no words. Why did Genji and Tracer not get damage buffs? Tracer and Genji got their damage reduced because of 5v5. And you could argue if it was needed or not. And in 6v6, with the additional tanking abilities, we see a healing increase across some supports. We see damage increases on certain characters. But Genji and Tracer cannot get buffed. Do they seriously hate their high skill ceiling heroes? Do they just hate the idea of dive coming back? Do they just want this game to be brawl all the time? What is this, man? What is this? And why does Widowmaker get to have 225 HP? Like, oh my God, man. Like, really? You're actually joking. Actually joking right now. Happy for Soldier. He deserves the 20 damage, honestly. He deserves this on 5v5 as well. I don't care what anybody says. Happy for Hanzo. Like, there's a lot of good changes in here, but there's some really questionable decisions being made about some of the direction with the negligence towards dive DPS, particularly Genji and Tracer. And then I need to understand the logic. I need to. Oh, the hotfixes for 5v5. So Hazard got his alt cost increased by 13%, and Sojourn saw her primary fire shots being reduced to 15. Her disruptor shot cannot generate the energy she needs, and Overclock's charger has been reduced. You know what? Like, I'm sorry, I don't care about 5v5. Like, I need to talk about 6v6. I don't understand how there's a plethora of good changes in here in terms of quantity, and then the quality of the bad changes in here are so freaking hefty. It's unreal. Like, they couldn't hold back. Like, what I need to understand, why the hell did they believe that BAP needed to be compensated this much, and Immortality Field got made even tankier? Like, what are we doing? I'm actually surprised that 𝐒𝐈𝐈 didn't see a healing increase anywhere. Like, I guess it's because they put more emphasis on the rifle, and that's fine. But what is this? Like, is this our 6v6, or is this their 6v6? Like, where is our promised 6v6? Why are we... What is this garbage? What healing blossom heal increased? Kiriko paper healing increased. No, I understand they said in the interview, I think with Spyro, that Kiriko was underperforming, but like, I don't know if I trust their playtest. What if Kiriko was actually good this whole time? And what if, like, she just plays as an off support? Like Zenyatta doesn't heal. Where's his healing buff? Zenyatta heals low, right? Couldn't we rework Kiriko into an off healer and put more emphasis on being a damage dealer rather than a like boring pocket support, and just make her like a flanking Zen and just feed into that playstyle and give her vulnerability and allow her to just be this cool stealthy ninja support who can like go with her flankers and also get out with them, and just make her more interesting rather than just feeding into healbot, Discord or bot, like just spam E on tanks and I don't know. Guys, it's 12. It's almost 12 a.m. I want to play these. I think I'm never ashamed to admit that maybe I'm having a bit of a crash out. Maybe I'm a little bit too upset about Genji and Tracer not being compensated. But at this point, I'm utterly convinced that there is, especially for Genji, there is a very, very deep hatred for Genji in the balance team. I cannot. I'm sorry. I'm gonna talk about this. I'm doing a video tomorrow on this. I cannot. The balance team actually hates Genji. I refuse to believe that we went to 6v6. He can't even get 28 DPS Shuriken back. He can't even get 120 Dragon Blade back, and the HP pools are still increased. And now he has to deal with another tank. You're actually joking with me right now. That's going to be it for this video. See you in the next one.